Go.
All right, we're here with Dave Navarro. He's not an original Mocambo, but he came pretty early in the 60s. He was just and he's going to tell his story of how he came in the Mocambos and then maybe that one practice, that infamous practice.
Okay, to start off with Vince Perez, I took over for
Prieto.
Vince Prieto. I took over for Vince, and because he moved out of town, he was going to school. So and then Mocambos were looking for a horn player, and Rudy Colino was playing guitar.
So this was later then. It had to be a lot later.
And
were you after Alfonso?
No, Alfonso was in that time too.
Okay.
So Rudy Colino knew that I was playing in drum corps, drum and bugle corps. So he used to hear us practicing all the time because I lived half a block away. So when he come down there one time, he's asked me if I played a trumpet. I said yeah. So he says, then he invited me to practice. Then I went to a couple practices. I was only like 14, 15 years old at the time. I was real little, real young, and I don't think Pee Wee Rangel. I think Pee Wee Rangel want to have anything to do with me at first.
He still didn't at the end even.
I know I don't.
I think he was stuck with me, and they've been stuck with me ever since.
Where was your first job at?
My first job was a wedding at the Swedish Olive Hall, downtown Moline. Remember that place?
Now
it's the only gig I ever did in that place.
There's an old infamous Mocambo story of a practice when you were still just a young teenager and they got you drunk, and your dad was coming to pick you up.
Yeah.
He's still drunk.
We used to practice at Loco's house in Bettendorf.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Down by the bridge. And Loco would try out new drinks every practice.
Yeah,
and this one practice, he was doing these Singapore slings. And it tastes like Kool-Aid. It was a great drink. It was real creamy, but it was one of those you couldn't taste the alcohol. And I was probably 15, 16 years old. And I didn't even have my license yet, so my dad had to come drop me off and come pick me up. So my dad was coming to pick me up, and I was all drunk, and I didn't even know it. And these guys had me out. I think it was like 5 below 0.
I said, welcome to the Mocambo.
The snow was up to our knees. They had me running up and down the street.
To sober you up?
They had me running up and down the street. Just keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing.
So there you go. That's how Dave Navarro came to be a Mocambo.
True life stories.
And we can stay here all day.